Hello and welcome to the Story Sofa. Although this is not the Story Sofa, this is more like the Poetry Patio. We're joined today by three different readers who are going to be presenting some poems for us tonight rather than a story. The first is my friend Fi. Auntie Fi to you, often my Lady de Mowbray on the weekends. Then there's my own daughter Freyja. You've already seen her as Alice reading Alice in Wonderland. And then there's a good friend of mine, Zach, who is another teacher, Monday to Friday, and on Saturdays and Sundays he's Sir Harry Paston when he's dressed in all his armour and he jousts in tournaments. So enjoy all three of these poems and come back and see us on the Story Sofa soon. Bye bye.
Hello, I'm Auntie Fi, and I'm going to read you one of my favourite poems. Forgiven by AA Milne. I found a little beetle, so that Beetle was his name, and I called him Alexander, but he answered just the same. I put him in a matchbox, and I kept him all the day, and Nanny let my beetle out. Yes, Nanny let my beetle out. She went and let my beetle out, and Beetle ran away. She said she didn't mean it, and I never said she did. She said she wanted matches, and she just pushed out the lid. She said that she was sorry, but it's difficult to catch an excited sort of beetle you've mistaken for a match. She said that she was sorry, and I really mustn't mind, as there's lots and lots of beetles which she's certain we can find if we looked about the garden for the holes where beetles hid. And we'd get another matchbox and write Beetle on the lid. We went to all the places which a beetle might be near, and we made the sort of noises which a beetle likes to hear. And I saw a kind of something, and I gave a sort of shout, "A beetle house and Alexander Beetle coming out!" It was Alexander Beetle, I'm as certain as can be, and he had a sort of look as though he thought it must be me. And he had a sort of look as though he thought he ought to say, "I'm very, very sorry that I tried to run away." And Nanny's very sorry too, for you know what she did. And she's writing Alexander very blackly on the lid. So Nan and me are friends, because it's difficult to catch an excited Alexander you've mistaken for a match.
The Jabberwock by Carroll. 'Twas brillig and the slivy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the bone rafts outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that snatch. Beware the Jubjub and shun the frumious bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, in manxome foe he fought. So rested he by the tumtum tree, and stood awhile in thought. And whilst in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through. The vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Oh, come to my arms, my beamish boy. Oh, frabjous day, callooh, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig and the slivy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the bone rafts outgrabe.
Hello everyone, my name's Zach, and as well as being a friend of Time Capsule Education, I'm also a knight and a primary school teacher, and I wanted to share this bedtime story with you now. It's called The Knight Who Stayed at Home. The Knight Who Stayed at Home. Not long ago there was a knight. He loved to ride, he loved to fight. Not a dragon far or near would give him any cause to fear. There came a day when this brave knight, who really, really loved to fight, had from the Queen a little note. he tipped the messenger a groat. I call my knights around the land to lend me and mine a helping hand. A deadly menace stalks us all. I pray that you will heed the call. The knight ran to his arming room, planning how to deal out doom. But wisely did his lady shout, Read the rest ere you go out. Returned the grumbling knight to see. The message continued with this plea. Please stay at home, and don't go out. Don't pick up sword or charge about. This foe is mightier than steel, though it has an Achilles heel. It needs us to pass it round. It cannot walk upon the ground. So bravely you must stay at home. Around the country do not roam. This monster will be starved of food. The doctors will then make their move. With vaccine they will slay the beast. Then we'll celebrate with massive feast. Till then defend our scrubbed-up hero. Shout support from door and window. All through history it's been that knight and soldier, king and queen, are supported by a nurse. Well, now these things are in reverse. And so the knight and his wise dame fought not for honour or for fame. To their queen did they take heed. They stayed at home with son and steed. Doctor and nurse did they defend. 'Twas a wise move, for in the end the beast was slain not by strength of arm, but by those who do no harm.